Welcome back to New York Talk, episode 159. I'm your host, Elyse DeLucci. How you doing, baby? Before we even start, can I just tell you that the hair isn't hairing today, as my daughters would say. My hair looks like it made contact with the electrical socket, okay? I look like the 2024 version of Shaka Khan and Elaine Bennis. And you know, when you're having one of these bad hair days, I'm like, yeah, let me throw it up in a clip. It'll look fine. No, it doesn't. It does not look fine. It doesn't look fine. Okay, fact of the day. A little trivia for you. There is one country in the world that eats pizza more than any other country. And I want you to take 1 second and guess what it is. I'll give you a hint. It is not Italy. Can you guess what country eats pizza more than any place? Any place. And let me say per capita. Per capita. Okay. Do you have your answer? I don't know if it's going to be right. The answer is Norway. Okay. Norwegians eat more pizza than anywhere else in the world. Is that not crazy shocking? Norwegians eat 50 million pizzas a year. Wait, here, how about this for a little fact? 47 million of them are frozen. They eat 47 million frozen pizzas a year. Why? Why? Isn't that strange? Apparently, there's this company called, I wrote down, Grandiosa. That's the frozen pizza brand. You got to be on the lookout for it. I don't even know if they sell it in the U.S., but, you know, every time I'm going into, you know, the Walmarts of the world, I'm always seeing some strange brands I've never seen before. So I'm going to, next time I go walk into a store with the frozen section, you know, the not ShopRites, I'm going to be on the lookout for this Grandiosa. And the way that the Norwegian people eat pizza is they add extra cheese before baking the frozen pizza, and they put ketchup on it. Yes, you heard that right. They put ketchup on their pizza. You know, I actually think the adding the cheese is not such a terrible idea, right? As long as you don't weigh it down with the extra cheese. And then you have the soggy pizza, the soggy crust. That's probably good. That's kind of like adding a little shredded cheddar to a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Like, who doesn't want to do that? Make it extra cheesy, you know? Speaking of pizza, I was reading this book about food facts, which is where I got it from. And another crazy pizza fact is about Hawaiian pizza. And I don't know if you've ever had Hawaiian pizza. I actually like Hawaiian pizza. I mean, I'm not a big CPK, California Pizza Kitchen, which, side note, are they still in business? Because I think that they closed their Manhattan locations. But I'm not opposed to Hawaiian pizza. I like sweet and sour. I love salty sweet. Not a huge fan of like wiggly jiggly ham on pizza, but you know, like, I don't know. There's something about it that's nice. I don't love like a chunk of pineapple, you know, because that is like, you know, that's fruity, that's juicy. I don't like a fruity, juicy chunk on a crusty pizza. But I like the flavors together. Anyway, the fact on pineapple pizza that I read that I found crazy, not invented in Hawaii, actually invented in Ontario, Canada, by a Greek guy. Let me see, wrote his name, Sam Panopoulos. Okay, I'm probably butchering that. Sorry, my Greek friends. I have a lot of Greek friends. Hi, Ellen Karas, how you doing? She's a comic, very funny. Anyway, when he came to... So, you know, he left Greece. This is the guy's story. He, back in the day, in like the 60s, left Greece, made a stop off in Naples, learned about pizza. Final destination, Ontario. Opened a restaurant called Satellite Restaurant. Satellite Restaurant, you know, it was making the regular stuff. Burgers, pancakes, you know, fries, you know, chicken nugs, all that good things. And he decided he wanted to switch it up a bit. So he came up with this pizza idea, you know, that he learned in Naples. And he, I think a few years later, he made a trip to Hawaii where he learned about the sweet and sour flavor combo. And when he came back home to Ontario, he decided, let me put that on a pizza. And that's how Hawaiian pizza came about. And he used to eat his own pizza, which I love that. The guy died. When did he die? He died in 2017 at the age of 81. But when asked at the age of 81, does he still like the Hawaiian pizza? He said yes, he does, and he still eats it. The one question that this fact piece about the Hawaiian pizza didn't answer is, how did Hawaiian pizza become so popular out of Ontario? And, sometimes when you read these facts, you kind of you believe the story, but did Hawaiian pizza really become that popular from a tiny little restaurant in Ontario? Anyway, who knows? Went to Palm Beach. That was great on the kids' spring break. The tooth was telling me for months, take them away, take them somewhere on spring break. It's your time with the kids. And he's a way better planner than I am. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And, like anything else, prices of travel, outrageous. I felt like to stay in a decent hotel, it was going to cost me like an arm and a leg, So we wound up going to Palm Beach. We stayed in West Palm, got an Airbnb. My only requirement for the Airbnb, which wasn't a bargain either, just putting that out there, was I really wanted a pool. A pool with like a shaded area that I could sit at all day, watch the kids in the pool, splash around, and that's what we did, and it was great, and they had fun, and I loved going to Wally's. I posted about that. I went to Target, which I love because all these stores have different stuff. One of the things that I picked up while I was in Target down there, I have it right here. It's this brand. It's a shower spray. I love a shower spray. Let me hold it up. I have it because I'm literally hold on. Can you see that? If you're not watching this, I don't even know if I'm going to post this on YouTube, but if I do, you could see it. But anyway, the brand is called J.R. Watkins, okay? And it's aromatherapy for the bath, aka the shower. And it's a rosewood and rosemary scent. So basically, you turn the shower on and you let the shower get a little steamy. And then you put a few spritzes of this aromatherapy spray in the air, and then you get in. You don't spray it near your face, by the way. Don't make that mistake that I made, because then you break out and it's a freaking disaster. But I love this. It smells gorgeous. I think I paid like $13 or $14 for it. Not my first shower spray. Back, I don't know, in one of the earlier episodes of the podcast, I talked about a shower spray that I got, surprisingly also in Florida at a spa. I was having a massage at the Ritz-Carlton spa, big treat then, and I got a shower spray, eucalyptus spray, and I grew to love it. But yeah, it's nice. What's nice about it? The packaging of this J.R. Watkins brand, it kind of feels like... it feels like a fancy packaging. It's modern. It's, I don't know. You can buy a few of these, tie a little bow around it, put it in a basket, give it to somebody for a present. They'll think, oh, look at this fancy gift. Love it. And shower spray isn't something that you buy for yourself, You know what I missed down in Florida? I missed Publix. I wanted, not Publix, Piggly Wiggly. I went to Publix. That's this big supermarket down there. It was okay. Oh, God, that's my alarm. Hold on. Sorry about that. What a horror. I really treat this podcast like a conversation with friends. I mean, that would be a totally normal thing. But a podcast for your alarm to go off, which, on that note, I sometimes get a coffee at Pret a Manger, that place, they're all over Manhattan, huge chain, national. And anytime the coffee is ready, they have the standard alarm on the phone. It's like, nah, 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 nah. So like when every coffee is ready, that's the sound that you hear. And I just think every time I'm in there, these poor people that work in here, they're probably just, they probably tone deaf to that sound, right? I had to change the standard alarm. I needed something a little more belly, a little more happy. The other thing was giving me freaking anxiety. Anyway, I did miss the Piggly Wiggly. Apparently, there is no more Piggly Wigglies in Florida except for one. There is one left, and it's at a place called on St. George Island, which is on the Gulf Coast of Florida. It's a barrier island, Gulf of Mexico. I think it's near Naples. So, never really made it to a Piggly Wiggly in my life. Sad about that. I always had, great imagination about the Piggly Wiggly. I don't know. You know why? I think because back in the day, there was a Wegmans by my aunt's... No, Stu Leonard's. There was a Stu Leonard's by my aunt's house. And when she lived in Westchester, like 100 years ago. And in the produce section, there was all these animals that used to talk, and giant animals, like wooden animals, like hanging suspended from like the rafters of the produce section. And you'd walk by the bananas, and a cow would go moo, and then a sheep would do ba, and it was fun. It was fun. Like I was like a kid, older kid, but I remember going there and having fond memories of that. And for whatever reason, that translated into the Piggly Wiggly in the South is going to have that, and I got to get there one day, and I never unfortunately made it, but I don't think my mother was too happy that I was in Palm Beach, because she was in Naples on the other side of Florida. But it's like I didn't really know she was going to be in Naples, but I didn't want to go to that side. I want to see other things. Anyway, if you haven't been to Palm, it's worth going. It's beautiful. Singer Island is gorgeous. There's a hotel there that Tooth and I took the girls to years ago, a Marriott, and it's in Singer Island, and it's really a nice place because they have they have suites, affordable suites, and kitchenettes. I don't know what the prices are now, to be honest, but they have kitchenettes, and so you can get groceries delivered and the whole thing. And it was easy, very easy for babies, very baby friendly. But so we rented the Airbnb, went to some of the same restaurants, just nice, just calm and chill. And we were there for 6 days. By the time that was over, I had enough. I needed to come home. Come on, it's too much. Also, the dishwasher in the Airbnb didn't work. That was an issue. I mean, so that's the thing, and that's the thing with Airbnbs. There's a show on Netflix, I think it is. It's an old show, and it's about Airbnb nightmares. Don't even watch it, because it's horrible. You'll never want to stay in an Airbnb again. But you never know really what you're gonna get. The reviews were fabulous for this place, but I got down there and the dishwasher broke. And I messaged the owner, or whatever in the app, and she's like, oh yeah, it's finicky, you gotta load the dishwasher and then give it a real good push. And next thing you know, I'm pushing the thing so hard, I think I'm gonna break it, and I don't want to be charged. I was like, I'm scrubbing pots. What? I had to go to Wally's, buy paper plates. It was the whole thing. Anyway, I did though. When I came back, I went to one of my favorite restaurants. I went to Monkey Bar, and you got to go there. Grating Carter's place, if you've never been. I think it's on 54th or something. But that block has a really great, few restaurants. If you're ever looking for somewhere to go, it's Monkey Bar, on one side of the street, and then the other side, it's Narai, which is a modern Greek restaurant. Good food. And then next to Narai is Bill's Supper Club. Bill's Supper Club is so fabulous. It's used to be Bill's Gay 90s. So back a long time ago, I used to go to this place, Bill's Gay 90s, and it's a piano bar downstairs and a restaurant upstairs, piano bar / bar downstairs, restaurant upstairs, and it's in a townhouse, and it's turn of the century. So when you're going into this place, You know, it's like you're going into a townhouse in Manhattan, so it's really cool. And when you walk up the steps, you know, the steps are creaky or whatever. But one of the things that was so shocking about Bill's Supper Club was, you know, I was talking to the manager and I was saying, oh, oh, what happened to Gay 90s? When you guys closed, I thought it was closed for good. And he said, yeah, we were closed. We didn't know what we were going to do. And we decided to do a renovation, change the name. Maybe he said it got sold. I don't know. Anyway, so when they did the renovation, wait, you're going to die. They were renovating the downstairs walls, and they took off the sheetrock, and they found old paintings on the brick wall from like the early 1900s, and they were paintings of old advertisements. Like one was like a gum advertisement, one I think was like for like a corseteer kind of place. It was like stepping back in time. And the craziest, honestly, to me, was they didn't have plexiglass in front of these advertisements, these hand painted 100-year-old advertisements. But that alone, it's worth going. Usually it's busy it's usually busy on like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But to be honest, I went on a Thursday early, and it wasn't busy. And I don't know if maybe they didn't publicize the fact that they're back open and they changed names. I don't know. But if you go, the burger's good. The manager will probably come by and probably tell you that you got to get a steak, and they have like a dry aged house or some shit like that. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I want the hamburger. Goodbye. I mean, like, please, I can't. Everybody's doing the upsell. Everybody. I think on Instagram in the last few days I've talked about fruit a lot. Price of strawberries. Price of grapes. I had to get grapes because my kids, they want to make this thing, Tang Hulu. I'll tell you in a second. And they want green, they're very specific, green seedless grapes. That's it. They don't want red grapes. They don't want, the dark red grapes. And God forbid they were seeded grapes. Green, seedless grapes. So I went to this supermarket, and I see the grapes, and, they were like an annoying price, like $5 a pound. And I was only going to get like 1.5 pounds. So, I took the grapes. I did the grape. I was trying to like break off the one branch, put it into another bag. Manager comes over. He's like, no, you can't do that. And I'm just like, why not? What? Like the lady next to me just inhaled 1 pound of grapes because she was AKA sampling. Like, and you're telling me I can't like make my bag smaller? Anyway, the price of the grapes, $14. I can't. Then I order watermelon from Whole Foods. Big mistake. Big mistake with that. $6 thing of watermelon from Whole Foods. They don't, God, honestly, can't even stand it. They don't even give the red watermelon, like the red part of the watermelon, like the pink part, whatever the F color it is. Like they, what color the white part. I swear to God. The color watermelon that arrived was in a clear container. I should have done a video about it because it was so ridiculous. I was literally astonished. There's no better word than astonished. Clear container arrives. Price tag rumpled mess. Says $6.98. Whatever. Not even a comment. And then I'm looking at the thing, and there's like liquid at the bottom, and it's white. It's white chunks. And then at the top of the white chunks, it's like a light peach color. Like, what did I do? What did I do in this life that I can't even buy the regular pink or red watermelon? Really? Really, Whole Foods? Whole Foods? And I should have called Instacart, and I should have complained to them. But I didn't, because I am absolutely convinced that they've made their wait time so much longer so people like me are deterred by calling. So, you know what? I've had enough. It's like, what you could do? You could laugh about it. That's all you could do. All you could do is laugh about this kind of stuff. What are you going to do? It's like, it's a great story. It's like, once upon a time the world ended because everything got so expensive. Nobody was able to afford food anymore. The end. I mean, right? Anyway. So, I was walking by Jay McLaughlin. You know Jay McLaughlin, you know that store? It's very like Connecticut. I got turned on to it by my auntie in Connecticut, and she always has like really cute style, but it's not a store that like my mom shops in. I don't really even know how to describe Jay McLaughlin to like my mom. I mean, she knows it through my aunt, but like my mother, you know, she only buys her silver glitter sandals at the Borgata. Literally, there's a store in the Borgata, which if you're not from this area, it's a casino in Atlantic City. Atlantic City's in New Jersey. And apparently there's this store called like Carissa or Karina or something. And apparently they sell shoes and bags and fake jewelry, costume jewelry, God forbid, costume jewelry, and, you know, like little wedges, and that's where she buys her shoes. Whatever. It's where she buys her clothes. So, and of course, like Marshalls. So, describing Jay McLaughlin to someone like my mother, like whatever. Like my mother wears the silver wedges, you know, like a spandexy pants from TJ and a cold shoulder shirt, and that's cute as all get out, right? Like, but my aunt, you know, she wears, you know, it's like a waspy look. Like, no offense, relax. Like please, like, don't cancel me for saying wasp. I already have my ex-husband trying to cancel me. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. I'll leave it at that. If you've seen my Instagram on Mother's Day, I had to put a post up. I had to delete it. You know what? I can't even go there. I just can't go there. I can't go there. Anyway, so I'm walking by Jay McLaughlin, and they had the most adorable coat in the window. A jacket, little jacket, not a coat. And it was a short, like waist, like quilted kind of coat. No collar, you know, and I usually like a collar. I like to like sometimes flip the lapels up, or I love a mandarin collar. Oh, I love a mandarin collar. But it was no collar, it was collarless. And the reason why I don't like no collar is because then I feel like it accentuates the shoulders, and who needs my shoulders accentuated? Not me. That too, not me. So anyway, I was like, oh, I love that. And then I was like, you know what? You know, I'm on Madison Avenue. I'm not buying that. I'm just not. I'm not, because I'm too busy paying $14 for grapes. That's why I'm not buying it. So I found this store on Etsy because I went home and, you know, I had to turn Google inside out, and I was like, quilted coats for women, quilted jackets for women, quilted jackets for women. The store came up, and it's called Kimono by India, and that is my product of the day today. This is an Etsy seller that apparently is based in India, and they have the cutest quilted, well-made cotton little jackets for women, $50, anywhere from like $40 to $60. I totally love it. It's a little bit of a diversion from my normal style, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit preppy, it's a little bit Upper East Side-y, but that's fine. Sometimes, you know, you gotta dress the part. But I bought one, and I got a large because I'm trying to buy larges these days, because these days I'm thinking that I probably should buy jackets that actually close as opposed to just not close, because that's not really functional, Elyse. So I bought a large. It's too big. Yay. So next time if I order, I need to get a medium. But I got a pink quilted jacket with leopards on it, or maybe they're like dashing tigers all over it, like a pattern. It's gorgeous. Honestly, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's such nice quality. Like $50, $52, whatever I paid for it. I like to say, I don't know who owns them. I don't know anything about them. It did take like 2 or 3 weeks to get here, so I think that the jacket did come from India, but why should I hawk these big stores? Like, I did talk about Target and this J.R. Watkins spray. Because that's a great spray. But, what about the little guys? You know, come on, let's give some love to little guys. Anyway, so if you go into Google and you type in, I typed in cotton quilted jacket for women, kimono jackets, just comes up. But the store is Kimono for India. Anyway, someone asked me, Elyse, what's your favorite French restaurant in New York? Easy. I said, well, it depends on who's paying. If it's a corporate account, right, and somebody's taking you, or it's like an engagement dinner, La Grenouille. That's gorgeous, and I'm probably butchering the name, but who cares? It's 2024. Does anything matter anymore? That is the most beautiful restaurant. I swear to God, you walk into that restaurant. I mean, the Met Gala theme was Sleeping Beauty or whatever the hell it was. This is like you're walking into a Sleeping Beauty, a secret garden. The flowers, the arrangements, it's so stunning. It's magnificent. The food, though, is that, fancy, hot. Is that how you say it? Hot. High French food, creamy, rich. So, brace yourself. Like, bring a Tums, bring a Gas X. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely fabulous. Other restaurants, love Orsay on Lexington. Beautiful restaurant on the corner. It's been open since the 70s. Tried to have one of my daughter's christenings there. It didn't work out because, I don't know. They were like, I was like, oh, how much to, have a party room? And they were like $40,000. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to take a hike now. But my go-to, prices raised, annoying. Match 65 on the Upper East Side. I like Match 65. But Jacques is good. A lot of them are on the Upper East. Raoul's, is that French downtown? Yeah, I think that's French. But Match 65, I like Match 65. 65th and Madison. Great people watching. You get the table outside. If it's cold out, they have the heaters. The whole thing. Totally love it. Those are my picks. Watch some good TV. Let's talk about it, baby. Reindeer. Have you seen? Crazy. Written and I think directed or produced by a comedian about a woman, a psychopath woman that stalks him. And it's a really intense show. It's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 episodes. It's definitely worth watching. It does have some abuse elements to it, so you can't watch it in front of everybody. But it's dark, it's dramatic, it's funny in some parts, it's poignant. I binged it. I loved it. Right after that, I watched What Did Jennifer Do? A documentary movie, about an hour and a half, Jennifer Pan. There was a murder. Her parents got murdered, and she was in the house when it happened. And crime doc, I love a good crime doc. That was scary. That was a scary one. And the other movie, the other thing I watched was Unfrosted, with Jerry Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld's directorial debut. I liked it. It didn't really get good reviews. I get it. It's a period piece, but it's funny, and the costumes are crazy, and they're great, and the casting is amazing, and he cast, comedians, and of course I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh my God, where was my script? But shout out to Sarah Cooper. Sarah Cooper is a comedian that got a part in the movie. And Sarah and I, we started at the same time doing stand-up 8 years ago now. And, she got popular during the pandemic because she was doing Donald Trump impressions, I think. And she exploded. And she, shortly after, I think, the world opened back up, she got a special. And she got this part in the movie. And she's great in it. She's great. And the best part about Sarah Cooper that I like we only talked a couple times because we met, it's 8 years ago. We're doing stand up in a club, in a mic on a Friday at 12 p.m. It was what? But she also worked in the corporate world. So, that's nice. It's really nice. It's nice to see. I'm happy for her. But the movie is really cute. It's totally worth watching. And it's number 1. And Jim Gaffigan's in it, who I absolutely love and get the pleasure of seeing almost weekly when he's down at Chris's club working on his material. So that was really great. Okay, we are closing on this note. Tang Hulu. Have you heard about Tang Hulu? Tang Hulu is a recipe, a Chinese dessert recipe that went crazy viral, I think on TikTok during the pandemic, and my girls are obsessed, and they're like, Mommy, we gotta, make Tang Hulu, and we didn't do it yet, and it's basically, I have it here because we didn't make it yet. It's this it's a snack, and it's sugared fruit on a skewer, right? So you take you gotta get the fruit, you gotta get the skewers, and I'm sure you have sugar and water, and that's that. So basically all you do is you get 1 cup of granulated sugar, a half a cup of water, and then it says a half a pound of fruits of your choice. Strawberries and grapes tend to work best. I think grapes probably really do work the best because you don't have to cut in the whole thing. And you need ice water. So you wash and dry your fruit, right, before you start, and then you add all the fruits to the wooden skewer. And they recommend going 1 to 3 fruits per skewer. I'm going to do 3. So you could dip each, fruit in the actual sugar mixture. And then once you have your fruits skewered, you're going to take a medium pot and you're going to add the sugar and the water, and you're going to heat it up over medium heat until it reaches 275 to 350. And you can obviously use a candy thermometer. I have one. And they put a note on this recipe, and it says if you don't have a thermometer, you can tell that it's ready, the sugar, thing is ready, by dipping a spoon and immediately dipping it in ice water. And if it hardens, right, then you know it's ready. So when the sugar syrup is ready, you turn the temperature down, and then you carefully take the wooden skewer, you start rolling, dipping the fruits, in the sugar thing. You allow it to drip off, and then you take that sugared fruit and you dunk it in ice water for 2 to 4 seconds to allow the sugar mixture to harden, and then put it aside on, a drying rack or something, whatever. That's it. That's Tang Hulu, and apparently the kids go bonkers for it. So we will be making Tang Hulu when my kids come home, and Mommy will have to get grapes again. Anyway, that is about it for today's New York Talk, and I have missed you. And the quote of the day is, every moment is a fresh beginning, so don't let shit get you down. Every moment is a fresh beginning. I don't know who said it, but I saw it online, and I was like, I gotta jot this down, because ain't that the truth. I'm Elyse DeLucci. Thank you for listening. Love to love you.